So I got a little lost on my hike. I've lost my shoes and I really need somebody to save me, but I don't know how to reach anybody. Let me see if I finally have signal. I don't have any signal. Okay, what would somebody else do if they were stuck out in the woods? Let's see, what do I have? No. Okay. Help! Help! Please! Somebody! Help! I don't think anybody's seeing my light. Please! Help me! Okay. All right. Okay. Guys, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna make it. Maybe if I throw up some water, they'll see me. Help! 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 Save me! Okay. All right. Okay. Wait. Let me see what I have, right? Let's see what I have to save me. Okay. Wait. I think I might see some paper over here. Okay. Help, please! Okay. Let me see. All right. Okay. Paper. A marker. Okay. Okay. Save me. Court. Okay. I'm gonna draw some trees. Oh gosh. And I'm here. Okay. How will I get this to them? Do you think anybody will see my note? Save me! Help! Help! Guys, okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in the bottle and I'm gonna throw it and pray somebody saves me. Okay. Save me!
Hey everybody, today we have so much to learn, but This is a bottle and it seems like there's a message in it. Let's see what it says. It says, "Save me," and it's from Courtney. I'm coming to save you! I'm coming to save you!
Do you hear that? Somebody's coming! I'm gonna be okay!
Well, that actually makes a lot of sense because today we're talking about the fact that when we need to be saved, God hears our cries.
So today's Bible story continues our series about Moses. And before I get started, I really kind of want to set up what's happened since last week. The Israelites are still in Egypt. They're living in slavery to the Egyptians. And this man named Moses is serving as ruler of the Egyptians under Pharaoh. He has been elevated to a power and a position of authority. But something bad happens. Moses has to leave, run away from Egypt. So he winds up in exile in an area called Midian. And Midian is east of the main part of Egypt that we think about when we talk about Egypt. And he's living alone in Egypt. But while he's there, God has important things happening in his life. While he's there, he meets his wife, and he gets married while he's living there. The Bible doesn't go into a lot of detail about that. And we pick up today's Bible story in Exodus 3. Oh, Easter candy. Nice. Exodus 3:1. One day, Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law, Jethro, the priest of Midian. So he did well. He married the priest's daughter in Midian. Jethro is his father-in-law, and Moses is taking care of Jethro's flock. He led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. I got to stop again because some translations of the Bible say that Moses led the sheep to the back of the wilderness. This phrase would mean like to the furthest possible point they knew about in the wilderness there. So he's led them to the back of the wilderness, to the farthest away place, to Mount Sinai, the mountain of God. It was also called Mount Horeb. Mount Sinai is Sinai was kind of the region he was in, but they interchange Mount Sinai and Mount Horeb throughout the Bible. So the Bible you're reading along with might say Horeb. The mountain of God. Interesting. We need to find out why this is called the mountain of God. So let's keep reading. There, the angel of the Lord appeared to Moses in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. And Moses stared in amazement. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. This is amazing, Moses says to himself. Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go see it. So Moses sees a bush in the wilderness that isn't burning up, kind of like a torch. If you've ever seen people carrying torches in movies, maybe you wonder, why doesn't that torch ever burn up? It just keeps burning and burning. Well, that's the oil that they use doesn't burn very quickly. So very similarly, this bush is not burning up. And an angel of the Lord has appeared in this bush, in the middle of a fire. And Moses is amazed. What is going on here? When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called to him from the middle of the bush. Moses, Moses, God called. He called from the middle of the bush. So now we know this is the mountain of God. God has appeared on this mountain to Moses in the middle of this bush. And Moses says, "Here I am." "Do not come any closer," the Lord warned. "Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." And when Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. God had made this place holy by appearing to Moses. But why? Why did God appear to Moses out here? Moses has been exiled from his country. He was born in Egypt. He was saved by his mother and sister, ultimately by Pharaoh's wife, raised to prominence, and now he's out there alone in exile in the middle of the wilderness. What had he gone to find? Certainly, he didn't know he was going to find God in a burning bush. But in verse 7, the Lord tells Moses, "I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile and spacious land." There it is. God was bringing salvation to the Israelites. It was finally time for God to do what he needed to do to take his people out of Egypt to the promised land, the land they had been promised. They had been in slavery for so many, many years, and now they were going to be saved. But how? How was this going to happen? How was this going to happen with them so entrenched at the bottom of the Egyptian culture, mere slaves? How are they going to rise up and free themselves? The story continues. This land is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and Jebusites now live. All of these lands God was going to put his people in are occupied. So if Israel was going to move out from Egypt, they were only going to go into another land that was occupied by other people. It didn't seem like much of a salvation at all, probably to Moses as he's sitting there. But God goes on to say, "Look, the cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egyptians abuse them. Now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people Israel out of Egypt." God had a solution right there. Moses, a man who knew the Egyptian culture, was raised in it. He would be able to speak to Pharaoh the way that Pharaoh needed to be spoken to convince him to free the Israelites, to take them on the journey to the promised land. Because see, now we can cry out to God, and we can know that he has already provided us the salvation that we need through Jesus Christ. When you need to be saved, God hears your cries. He's always listening, and he provides salvation.
Okay, so the truth of the matter is we probably don't need to be saved from being lost in the woods. But we do all need to be saved. And when we need to be saved, God hears our cries. You might be thinking, Miss Courtney, what do I need to be saved from? Guys, life is so messy, right? Sometimes we have these amazing days where everything just goes perfectly and we are just full of joy all day long and there's not a cloud in the sky. But other days, life just seems to knock us back or knock us down. Maybe you and your best friend had this really, really, really big fight, and it's literally tearing your friendship apart. You need some saving there. You need to cry out to God. Maybe there's some stuff going on at home. Maybe your parents are fighting. Maybe you're fighting with your parents or a brother or sister, and home doesn't feel cozy and relaxing. You need some saving. You need to cry out to God. Or maybe there's a bully at school, or just the thought of going to school is making you anxious and worried and nervous, and it's piling on and you can't even focus when you're in school. Maybe you haven't been picked for your favorite team. Maybe somebody's ignoring you. Maybe you just woke up and you are grumpy. And it feels like no matter where you go, somebody is trying to get you. They're out to attack you. And anybody who says anything to you today is just going to hear it because, I don't know, I'm in a bad mood. Life is messy. And in these moments, when we're having a bad day, when we're in a fight, when things are off, or when we feel weighed down by what's going on around us, maybe it's in the world, maybe it's in school, maybe it's at home, or maybe it's with a friend, we need to cry out to God, Because when we need to be saved, God hears our cries. So how do we do that? Well, in whatever moment we're in, we can stop and just pray to God. God, help me. Help restore my friendship. Help me to relieve all of this fear and worry that's on me. Help me. Do you know when we pray, God hears us every single time, no matter where we are? Maybe if you're not feeling like just sitting there and speaking it all out, you like to write things down, we can journal our prayers. We can journal what's happened and where we need help and what's going on. And when we do that, God hears our cries. Maybe for you, it's worship and you just put on the perfect worship song and you are just surrendering everything going on. I mean, letting it all out, giving it all to God. God hears that cry too. But sometimes we're not even ready to say the things that are bothering us or that we need saving from out loud. But the really amazing thing about God is He knows what's in our heart. So even if we can't say it out loud and we're crying out silently, God hears that too. Wherever we are, whatever situation we're in, when we need to be saved, God hears our cries.
Today we learned that when we need to be saved, God hears our cries. But I want to see what else you learned. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and we'll see how good you can do. First question, which of these wasn't a name for the mountain that was part of our Bible story today? Was it Mount Horeb, the mountain of God, Mount Sineb, or Mount Sinai? Give you a second to choose. That's right, Mount Sineb isn't really a thing. I think that's just a wombination of Sinai and Horeb. But it was called the Mountain of God, Mount Horeb, and Mount Sinai. Had a lot of names. Question number 2, where did the angel of the Lord appear to Moses? Was it A, a tree? Was it B, a bush? C, a pile of leaves? Or D, Moses' front yard? Give you a second. It was a bush that was on fire but didn't actually burn up. Pretty crazy. Last question. Where was Moses when he met his wife? Was he in Meridian? Was he in Michigan? Was he in Midian? Or was he in Madison? The answer? He was in Midian. Remember, when you need to be saved, God hears your cries. And to help us remember that God knows that, we're going to do something pretty unique with our prayers today. And so find a piece of paper and maybe find a bottle or a jar or an empty Coke bottle or something like that from around your house. And we'll make a really old-timey looking prayer to put in a jar to send to God. The first thing you need to do once you've found your piece of paper, sounds strange, but you need to crumple it. Crumple it all up to make it look kind of old. Uncrumple it. Maybe tear the edges a little bit. That's going to make it look really old, like a real true message in a bottle. And then, follow me. Next, we're going to make a cup of coffee, and this coffee isn't to drink, so don't worry about fixing it up with fancy creams or fancy sugars, just straight black coffee. Then take your piece of paper outside, lay it in the sun, and slowly pour that entire cup of coffee over all of the paper until the entire paper is soaked. Leave it out there to dry. Come back in a couple hours, see if it's dry. And you might want to put some rocks down on the corners so that the wind doesn't blow it away. But see when it's dry, and when it is, you'll have your old-timey piece of paper to write down your prayers to put in the message in a bottle to God. Remember, when you need to be saved, God hears your cries.
My God is bigger than the sun that shines. My God is bigger than a rapper's rhyme. My God is bigger than the plans we make. My God is bigger than that. My God is bigger than that. My God is bigger than the big blue sky. My God is bigger than the time gone by. My God is bigger than the trials you face. My God is bigger than that. My God is bigger than that.
Oh my God is big. Oh my God is bigger than that. Oh my God is big. My God is bigger than that.
My God is bigger than our destiny. My God is bigger than our fantasy. My God is bigger than your hopelessness. My God is bigger than that. My God is bigger than that. My God is bigger than Hollywood. My God is bigger than your wish I could. My God is bigger than your loneliness. My God is bigger than that. My God is bigger than that.
Oh